Should tax dollars fund school systems or a child's education? An interesting test case could be brewing. The Catholic Archdiocese of Oklahoma City wants to create the St. Isidore of Seville Catholic Virtual School, which would be the first religious school totally funded by taxpayers, like your public high school. Does this break the separation of church and state? Ryan Walters is Oklahoma's state superintendent and former education secretary and joins us now, along with Phil Sechler, who is the senior counsel at Alliance Defending Freedom, representing the state's charter school board, which approved the application. So, Ryan, as I read it, Oklahoma law mandates that charter schools are non-sectarian. The state AG, Gentner Drummond, who's a Republican, says this school would violate the U.S. and state constitution. So how does this approval get around that?
Well, first of all, we're very proud to approve the first religious charter school in the country. And where you start with this is there's no separation of church and state in the U.S. Constitution. This has been pushed by leftists, a leftist Supreme Court in the 1960s. But that's not an argument in the Constitution. So first of all, that's the first point. The second point is, you know what? We have to fight back against state-sponsored atheism, which is what we have been allowing in our public schools. Everything is welcome except Christianity, atheism, Satanism. We've seen this push into our schools, and we want more religious education, if that's what people choose for their kids. And in Oklahoma, we've heard from parents all over the state. We have seen Christian schools that have excelled. We want more of an offering for students around our state. And so we're very proud to bring back Judeo-Christian values into our schools. And part of that is allowing people to send their kids to schools with those values if they so choose.
I got to move to Oklahoma. Phil, Oklahoma and other states, indirectly fund private and parochial schools through vouchers or things like tuition assistance. What's the heart of this case, and really what's at stake as you look down the line?
Yeah, I mean, what's at stake is religious liberty, because religious institutions should be on an equal footing with their secular counterparts when it comes to these state choice programs. So Oklahoma has long had a charter schools program and a virtual charter schools program that allows private groups to come and set up charter schools, privately operated schools that are funded by the state. And so, but the caveat that you can't be religious is something the Supreme Court has said is offensive. The Constitution doesn't permit it. And over the last 6 years, the Supreme Court has been very clear that if a state decides to open up a program to private organizations, it can't say, and by the way, if you're religious, you cannot participate.
Yeah, they're striking down Blaine amendments, and good for them. Ryan, how would St. Isidore be different than like other charter schools, other than being affiliated with the Catholic Church?
Sure. Well, the great thing here is the historical precedent that the Catholic Church brings to this school. We have some of the highest performing schools in the state are Catholic schools. And so what we have seen in Catholic schools is, guess what? They have discipline in their schools. They have a laser focus on curriculum. They aren't allowing this wokeism to manifest itself inside the curriculum. They have stuck to truth. They have stuck to academics. And again, there's order inside the school. And so we can show you through the history of our state and frankly around the country, religious schools have been some of our highest performing schools. So frankly, this isn't an experiment. This is a expansion of best practice, which is allowing more choice options for parents and allowing an institution, the Catholic Church, which has proven to be successful in educating kids, more opportunities for kids to take part in a high performing school.
And I'm sure the teachers' unions are fully in support. Superintendent Ryan Walters and Phil Sechler from Alliance Defending Freedom. Good luck. This is one we're going to watch.
Thank you.